Hi and welcome to King's Football Show. This is the preview show for the PSV Eindhoven versus Arsenal in the Europa League. I got a very special guest with me today, Simon. How you doing, my friend?
I'm very well, King. I'm very well. I'm not quite as under the weather as you are. I'm a little bit under the weather. I think it's just the sort of change of temperature, but yeah, it's no, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Good stuff, good stuff. I guess it's that period of the year now when it's starting to get colder after the summer. It takes a bit time for the body to adjust to normal sun and nice weather. But it's good to have you on the channel for the first
Yeah,
time, I believe.
yeah, no, that's right, mate. Yeah, I've not been on your show before. You've obviously been on my show, so yeah, it's nice to sort of pay back the favor, and yeah, really pleased to be on today, mate.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you on, mate. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this. So let's jump straight into it. There's been some huge news in the Premier League. The legend Steven Gerrard obviously got sacked from Aston Villa, and they employed our former manager Unai Emery. What do you make of that whole thing? Do you think it was fair to sack Gerrard, or do you think it was unfair? What's your view on the whole sacking thing?
Um, I don't know whether I can say whether it was fair or unfair or not, but I kind of saw it coming. I kind of could see this because I think the last couple of seasons with Aston Villa, even under Dean Smith, they showed a lot of ambition. There was that time in that season where they beat us. Was it 3-0, I think, at the Emirates? And they had put some really good results together. They brought in Martinez, obviously our old goalkeeper. They brought in the likes of Emi Buendia, those kind of signings. So they've shown a lot of intention. So I think they've obviously judged the fact that Steven Gerrard is not sort of progressing the team to where they believe they should be. I can kind of understand why they made that cut in the end. It's a shame because when I saw Gerrard go in there the first time, I thought he'd been so successful at Rangers as be a really good fit, and this was almost a move for Gerrard where he was almost a bit of a stepping stone for him before he went to Liverpool. That was the idea. But I think now people have come to the realization that Gerrard isn't quite the right fit for Liverpool. Maybe he will, go in there in the future. Maybe he'll go on to another job now and just sort of prove what he's all about again. But yeah, this is obviously taking him back a lot. But when I saw the news that Unai Emery had gone to Aston Villa, I at first I actually thought it was a bit of a joke. I didn't really see that it was a sort of serious appointment. But yeah, obviously it hit Sky Sports and all the other big outlets, and yeah, that was a bit of a shocker as well. But the guy likes to manage teams with Villa in the name, and this is
Yeah.
another one to his collection.
Fair point, fair point. Yeah, yeah, I was a bit surprised, especially the fact that Unai turned down the Newcastle job. So I didn't
Mm,
think we would see him again in the Premier League, actually. But I think with Steven Gerrard, it just shows how competitive the Premier League is, and he did a very good job at Rangers. He won them the league and did all right in Europe as well. But it just shows you how competitive the Premier League is and the quality and the consistency that is required week in, week out is so much higher than he could produce. And in the end, I do think it was an audition for him to maybe get the Liverpool job after Klopp. I do think that he kind of failed it, and he definitely needs to do better in his next job because otherwise it's gonna be a lot of questions asked about Gerard and you know
mm.
you know I don't want to be unfair to the Scottish League, but I feel like it's two teams, and then the drop of quality to the next team is so high. So you kind of
Mm-hmm.
like Celtic and Rangers are expected to win every game home and then away, except when they play each other. And
Yeah.
I think maybe we need to take that into consideration, and maybe it was also too early for him to get into the Premier League, because Aston Villa have a, I mean, if you look on paper, they have really good players. I mean, even players like Matthew Cash, Luca Dean, Coutinho, Jacob Ramsey, uh, uh, Buendia, like you mentioned before,
Yeah,
Leon
Danny
Bailey,
Ings, Ollie Watkins.
Ings, Watkins. Like, they have a lot of good players who play on high international level as well, and some of them have even played in Champions League and stuff like that. So
Mm.
I do think that the expectation of Villa was probably to challenge the top six team and trying to get into that Europa League, Conference League spots, and then probably try and kick on from that. But obviously, they didn't manage to do that. And now with everything that's going on with Newcastle, they probably lost. You know, I felt like, you know what, we need to move on from Gerard, and I do think that Emery is a good appointment for them. He's definitely gonna make them a hard team to play against. We know that in Emery's teams, I mean, we faced them in the Europa League, and we lost them. We know
Mm.
how rigid they are. They may not be the team that catch your eye over ball possession, attacking, flowing football, but they are gonna work hard for the manager, and they're gonna be hard to beat them. And Unai is gonna want to prove to the English kind of media and English fans that he is a quality manager. So I think it was a
Mm.
good appointment for them in the long run.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think you bring up a good point at the end there, where you say that he's going to have a point to prove, because he definitely will. But my only question is, I suppose my only concern about Emery is he a little bit out of his depth, or just when it comes to the language barrier, is that a bit too much of a hurdle for him in the English Premier League? Because he even struggled a little bit at PSG. Obviously, winning Ligue 1 and things like that is a good achievement. But when you go to PSG, you need to be at, I wouldn't say winning the Champions League, or you should be at least solidly challenging for the Champions League trophy. And he wasn't really doing that. I think there was that 7-3 loss or something to Barcelona. It just, it wasn't.
Yeah. I remember when they won the first leg with like 4-1 or something like that. And
Mm,
no
and
team
they got
in the
smashed
history of
in the second
Champions
one.
League had not gone through to the second round with such a big
Mm,
first win. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that. And there was one
yeah.
season even when Monaco won the league against him. So yeah,
Mm.
he had some mixed success over there.
Yeah, but I just reckon that most of his success has actually been in Spain, and
Yeah,
I just wonder if he's just able to get his message across like way better when he's over in Spain. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's able to
yeah,
do that at Villa. But he will
yeah,
obviously be sort of hooking back up with Martinez and Callum Chambers, so there'll be some sort of familiar faces for him. But
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see. My sort of gut feeling would say that it's going to be tricky. I think it will be almost like his time at Arsenal, where he'll start off really well. He'll have that sort of manager bounce effect, but then after that, I think things will, maybe there'll be a little bit of a disconnect between him and the dressing room. But that's just my sort of gut feeling.
yeah. I think something similar. I think he will start off quite well and make them hard to play against. But I do think with what Villa wants, and that's to become a team that plays in Europe year in, year out. I think
Mm-hmm.
he might struggle to get them to that position. But it's gonna be interesting to see. And let's see, we got some messages in the chat. We got Bobby K. Hope you're well. We got Luke as well. And Luke is saying he thinks that the Liverpool job is a long way off for Gerrard right now. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
100%.
It's Yeah, Emery likes club with Villa, Sevilla, Villarreal, Aston Villa. Yeah, he even managed David Villa. So yeah, Fair play, fair play. Big up Bobby as well from FTS, and make sure you subscribe to Bobby's and to Simon's channel. I'll put Simon's channel in the description as well. He's saying
Cheers,
it
mate.
was the job too soon for Gerard at Villa. He left Rangers too soon for me. He needs to be sensible with his next move. Yeah, he definitely needs
Yeah,
to be
agreed.
sensible because it can be one of them, like make it or break it for Gerard now. It's like if he doesn't do well in his next club, he's gonna struggle to get any good jobs in the future because he doesn't have that CV yet on him. So let's move on to Thursday's game, Arsenal versus PSV. Tell us more about PSV. I know that you watch them a lot. What do you make of them? What do you make of the manager? And what should Arsenal be worried about?
Yeah, obviously, PSV are a I wouldn't say an amazing sort of team. They're a solid team, and under Van Nistelrooy, I think he's trying to sort of project an attacking style of play, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be clicking that well for Rude at the moment. And we sort of saw last week against us, a lot of people were expecting the likes of Cody Gakpo, Xavi Simons, players like that to really sort of shine and show us what they're all about. But I think when it comes to sort of playing against the bigger teams, they're almost like flat track bullies. They'll kind of perform really well against lower opposition. But then, when it comes to sort of shining under the spotlight, they're not quite able to do that. But an interesting thing was that this weekend, after sort of losing to us 1-0, they went and played my local team, FC Groningen. And I was really surprised at this scoreline because FC Groningen are not a good team at all. They're sort of lower championship level at best. And
Yeah.
FC Groningen beat them 4-2. They beat PSV 4-2, which is an insane result. So I don't know if PSV, I don't understand where that result came from. It's a weird one. So maybe this is just a sort of a sign to show that this is things to come under Ruud van Nistelrooy. Maybe they have this sort of, I don't know, maybe they've kind of starting to fall apart a little bit. And I'm kind of hoping that's the case, and we'll smash them in their ground on Thursday, tomorrow even. But it's an interesting one to see. Maybe Ruud van Nistelrooy isn't quite cut out for the job. Maybe I'm asking these questions a bit too soon, but it's to lose 4-2 to FC Groningen, who are, I think they're currently 15th, but when they played them, they were like 17th in the Eredivisie, which is you shouldn't be losing to the likes of them, especially if you're a big sort of team like PSV. So it was a real big shock.
Yeah. I'm. I don't know where I stand with PSV, and it's kind of the few times I watched them last season in Europe, they didn't impress me in the later stages, especially in the semi-final. And this season, when I watched them against Rangers, they didn't really impress me either. And when we played them again, I wasn't that impressive by them, especially not by. I was expecting more from the attacking players, if that makes sense. I always knew that we were gonna be able to score against them and cause them problems because I do think we have a better team than them. But I was expecting more from players like Cody Gakpo and Simmons, and even a bit more from maybe Sangare in midfield. But I kind of feel like you said, like it almost like when they play against certain teams in the league, they smash them. But whenever they face kind of stronger, better oppositions in Europe, uh, it's not the same team anymore. And I don't know if it's down to tactics, the manager, or the quality of the players, or confidence. Like, what would you kind of put it down to?
Yeah, maybe it is a sort of level of confidence. I mean, the sort of two losses that I highlighted, obviously us last week, and then the loss at FC Groningen at the weekend. They were both away games, so maybe they're a team that relies heavily on the support of the home crowd. So maybe they will have a bit more of a bounce tomorrow. But yeah, it's really an interesting one. My gut would say that the I it was a weird one in terms of where do we go with Arsenal? Like, do we play a strong team? Do we go all out with our do we sort of full on rotate? It's a weird one to think where we go, but I would say, considering PSV are struggling at the moment, these are losing to us isn't a big deal, but losing to FC Groningen is a big deal. They shouldn't have lost that. So maybe this is a chance for us to smell some blood and just like full on attack them. My gut would say we go pretty strong. I think we should actually play the 11 that we had. Sorry, I've skipped ahead. I know you wanted to probably save us for a bit later, but
No worries.
my 11 would actually be the 11, more or less the 11 that we had against Bodo Glimt when we played them at home.
Okay.
It was, I think, Turner in goal. See if I can, 1 second, I'll just get it up.
Yeah.
I think they had Marquinhos, but I would switch Marquinhos for Jesus.
Who would you play right back?
See if sorry, 1 second, I'll just get the lineup.
I think we had Sambi Lokonga, Odegaard, and Vieira in midfield.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, and it was Tierney and Tomiyasu at left and right back, and it was Holding and Gabriel, I believe, as the centre backs. So I'd pretty much go with that. I don't know about you, but I'm not too convinced with Tomiyasu at left back. I'm not entirely sure he's really working there. So I wouldn't mind seeing Tierney there, and I feel a bit sorry for Tierney in a way that he's kind of just been, he's almost like third choice for left back at the moment, and I don't think that should be the case. He's very different to Zinchenko, and I think Zinchenko is exactly what Arteta wants from his left back. But I don't think it's a bad thing having a different option, and I would. I think every time Tierney's come in, I think he's proven himself to be just a quality left back, and I think we should give him more of a chance.
Yeah, I think with Holding, I think it's more a fitness issue rather than him being benched. I think the manager is very wary of him breaking down and managing his minutes. So if he starts in the Europa League, he probably gets subbed in the Premier League, or if he starts in the Premier League, he gets subbed in the Europa League. I don't think he wants to start him twice a week, especially like a Thursday, Sunday kind of thing. I think maybe if we were in Champions League and playing on a Tuesday and the next game was a Sunday, then maybe that would be enough days to kind of rest him. So I'm kind of understanding. I do think that he's a better left back than Tomiyasu is a left back. I do agree. I think Tierney is starting to show the best side of Tierney that we've seen, and we know that he's a quality player. I do think that Zinchenko is the starting left back when everybody is fit, just because of the way Arteta wants to use an inverted kind of left back who tucks into the middle, and we get an extra man in midfield almost, and gives Martinelli and Xhaka so they can go forward. But yeah, it's interesting because I was thinking I would probably rest Tierney and start him in the league. I really want to see him start in the league. And I do think that if he starts against PSV, he doesn't start on Sunday against
Forest.
Forest, thank you very much. Forest. Yes. So that's the only reason I'm thinking about, do I want to start Tierney or do I want to rest him? But You know what we do? We do your 11 first, and then I'll do my 11. So, who was your centre back pairing? I know Holding was playing. Was it Holding and
Yeah, that's the thing.
Gabriel
Like,
that played against
when I
Bodo?
said the centre back pairing, I was just trying to remember the Bodo Glimt pairing. But do you know what? I think because I said that I wanted to go strong, I might actually just go with Gabriel Saliba just as a
Okay.
centre back, just because although I'm not that concerned about PSV, they are going to be, a bit buoyed by the sort of home crowd. So maybe they will be a bit more attacking and they will probably be a bit more of a threat. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to sort of see us be solid. And I think with Gabriel and Saliba, they've got such a good partnership that they will just give us that great solidity. So I'd be happy to see that. Although if we were to either switch out Holding, to switch out either of those for Holding, I wouldn't mind that either. But yeah, if I had to sort of fully choose, I would say Saliba and Gabriel.
Okay. No worries. Let me see if I can find Gabriel on this app.
What is that app you're using? So,
Create formation.
right, okay, cool.
I got it from Bobby.
Gabriel Batistuta, I saw that.
Yeah, I know he was a legend.
Yeah. So I'm not sure he'd make a great centre back.
No, no, I don't think so. As much as I loved him as a player, here he is. There is Gabriel, and then let's see Saliba.
Yeah.
Who would you
And
play
then
right back? Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu.
Okay. He's left back. You would play Tierney.
Yeah, that's right.
Was this the midfield you said you would go with?
I would switch out Odegaard for Xhaka.
Okay.
I just want to rest Odegaard, I think. Just keep him fresh for Sunday.
Who's
Although,
your
yeah, I wouldn't mind that much if Xhaka didn't play and Odegaard played. But yeah, Xhaka's like, I think
Yeah, he's a
Xhaka,
machine.
yeah, he's an
Yeah.
absolute power. Like he's an absolute engine. You can just keep going and going. My attacking three would be on the left Martinelli, down the middle Jesus, and then on the right Eddie and Katia.
Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so here we go, guys. This is Simon's starting 11. Turner in goal, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel Tierney. Very strong back five.
Yeah.
Xhaka, Sambi, Vieira in midfield, and Martinelli, Jesus, and Eddie as the front trio.
Yeah, my sort of thinking behind going so strong is just that, obviously we've got a game coming up very thick and fast on Sunday. I still think that's pretty much that. So we just go strong for this period of time from Thursday to Sunday, and then if we've, as long as we secure our place tomorrow at the top, then we can just play the kids. Or the next is it FC Zurich we're playing?
Yes,
Yeah,
Zurich
it is.
is
Yeah.
the last game. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just play the kids, man. Just play the kids with play Zedric at right back. Just bring in the sort of the background players and just rest all of these guys basically. Rest our first team, and then obviously we'll be playing Chelsea. So keep them rested and fit as possible for the Chelsea game.
Yeah. I hear that. So my team is gonna be a bit different. I really want us to focus on the league. I think even if we get a draw, we've secured the win in the group tomorrow. We kind of need to lose tomorrow and lose to Zurich for PSV to win the group. And I do think that we won't do that. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a bit of a different team. Let's see if Cedric, can we find it? Ah, there it is. Cedric Holding, Gabriel, and I'm going with Tomiyasu because I want to play Tierney in the league. I'll keep the same midfield. I do think Shaka is a machine.
Mm.
Uh, I want to see more from Vieira and from Sambi Lokonga. I think tomorrow is a game for them to show us that they can compete more with the squad. I like what I saw in the beginning of Vieira. I'm not sure if the fact that he's doing a lot of extra training, adding weight to his body in the gym, if that's the reason why he's looked a bit lost these past
Mm.
few games. But I do think he's a quality player, and I hope that tomorrow he will show his qualities because we need his creativity, and it's a good opportunity to rest Odegaard because I do think that in the game against Southampton, as soon as Odegaard was benched, we kind of lost that midfield and that creative outlet. Vieira never got into the game really, so hopefully tomorrow he can turn up. I think front trio. I think yeah, that would probably my front trio. I don't mind
Mm.
resting. I don't mind if it is Saka, Jesus, Eddie, or Saka, Martinelli, Eddie. I don't mind. Uh, I was thinking about playing Marquinhos, but I do think that we need to play a quite strong 11. And then if we do well in the first half, then in the second half, you can bring in your Nelson and your Marquinhos, players like that. Oh, look who decided to turn up after half an hour.
Yeah, man, I'm doing what you do, mate. You lucky I didn't
Ah,
turn up at
okay.
the end and then plug my
Uh,
channel. You,
it's like that now.
yeah, bruv.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Stream is over. Bye.
Yeah. You know, come subscribe to my channel. You know, like
And
fuck, like.
yeah, how would your starting 11 be tomorrow, Steven?
Fuck
What would
me.
you go with?
I'm still trying to recover from fucking Sunday, but there you go.
No
Well,
swearing.
how would I do this? Yeah, if you don't want me to swear, I won't mention the ref, will I? But yeah, I would go. I would go. But by the way, I'm glad you're not using Footbin, right?
Okay. Yeah.
FIFA 23's ratings are a joke. Right? They're
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
Saliba 80 is better than
Yeah.
Odegaard at 84. You're saying
I don't.
Odegaard's the same level as Partey. You're saying Gabriel Martinelli's been 79 for the last how many seasons?
Yeah, that's a bit low.
That's a
Yeah.
joke, right?
Yeah.
Saka's
Yeah,
82,
absolutely.
yet he's England's Player of the Year. That's a joke,
Yeah.
Mm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
FIFA got something against Arsenal players.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell. You can tell.
Yeah,
May-
facts. I don't care. That's there. If you want to have a conspiracy, there's a conspiracy. Anyway,
It's a conspiracy against Arsenal in everywhere in FIFA.
oh,
Ref.
you see Spurs' ratings? They're like, yeah, Kane's 87, Son's 87, right? All their back line is 84, 83, something like that, right? And yet they turn up at Argate and get absolutely slaughtered. But there you go. But anyway, like talking about F Tottenham,
Yeah.
because I don't care.
Yeah. Talking about the starting 11.
It's talking
Yeah.
about the starting 11 because this is the team to actually talk about.
Yes.
I would put Matt Turner in goal. I would put. Will you put Cedric Suarez? Jesus. I'm not. I wouldn't do that. To be fair, Tomiyasu on left back didn't work. I don't want to do that against PSV. I wouldn't. I would play Tomiyasu on the right.
Yeah.
Gabriel. And do you know what? I'd play Gabriel and I would put Ben White there
Okay.
because I don't trust Holding. Like
All right.
Holding can like hold on and like try and hold on to his contract, but he ain't going to, in my opinion. As soon as I'm buying FIFA, he's the first player to be sold. Just to make the case. But like, and all of Twitter, I don't care. Like, if you think I'm a mug for saying so. But yeah, that's how. This is how. Like, I mean, the Southampton game, right?
Mm.
Like, Gabriel's even lucky he's playing in this game, because the Southampton game for me, I didn't want Gabriel on the pitch, right? And you could see why during the game. Like, part of that goal was down to his fault 'cause he's not tracking his man, right? And it's been the same thing. Every goal we've nearly conceded has got Gabriel somewhere in the build up doing something wrong.
Yeah, he definitely needs to
I mean,
step up now.
look, sorry, you know how much I don't rate Ben White.
I know.
Even I was putting
I've seen the light now.
even I was putting Ben White in front of Gabriel. That's how poor he was. So yeah, Tierney at left back.
Yeah, Luke is saying the whole Dini cold will be after you, Steven, so be careful.
Yeah, sorry, Luke. I'm sorry, Saeed. Can I just swear this once to the whole?
No, you cannot swear.
Please, just once. just this to this cult, because I got called all sorts of names and slaughtered for it.
You can call them something that's not nice without swearing.
That's a challenge.
It's a challenge for Steven, it is.
They're nothing but like stupid, brain dead, like
zombies,
like absolute
mugs,
like hypocritical, contradicting,
Yeah.
like not like zero IQ, know absolutely nothing about ball, like effing jokers that just need to actually F off, right, and actually go find their standards for this football club, because I've kept my standards, they've got no standards. Simple. And if they've got a problem with that, come to my channel, come on and have it out, mate. You come on and have it out, right?
Yes.
Instead of calling me homophobic comments on Twitter, right? I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm calling this guy out anyway.
Why would they expect something else?
Oh, well, that's something else. I'll probably get cancelled for it anyway. Yeah, Mr. Silver Fox. Just because I called you stupid and dumb has got no reason for you to call me a frigging homophobic, like, term. Like, that I ride Lee Gunner's dick, basically.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said. Because I called his comment stupid and dumb, and he needs to F off out of our fan base.
By the way, talk of Europa League football, Inter is 2-0 up against Victoria Pleasant. So it's looking more and more likely that Barcelona will drop down to the Europa League.
Bring it on. Bring them on.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Yeah, I don't fear them. I honestly don't fear them.
Why should we? If people expect Arteta to go on and win this tournament, you shouldn't be fearing any side. Anyway, I would go. So yeah, Mr. Silver Fox, if you actually want to have the balls to come and actually state your freaking opinion, rather than actually losing your argument by calling a homophobic comment.
Let's move on, Steven.
Anyway, in the midfield, I would go. By the way, the holder Twitter jumped on me rather than him for saying that. Figures.
All right. Oh, sorry, Steven. Just because Simon has to go, shout out his channel first, where people can find him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can find me on the Triple F Show, which you can find on YouTube, also on Spotify. Just talk all sorts of football things. I haven't done anything for ages, just because, got a little baby at the moment, so it's kind of taking up most of my time.
Put your socials in the private chat, mate, and I'll
Yes,
hit.
and in the
Uh,
description link, I put Simon's channel there as well.
yeah, man.
Nice
Put
one.
it in the
Thanks, man.
chat. There you go. Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, really appreciate that, guys. But yeah, I've got
Yeah,
I
so-
can hear the baby crying downstairs. So I better,
I know. Trust me, I
yeah,
know
you
how
know
it
what
is.
that's like. Yeah.
Yes, I've been there. Go
Cool.
and help your missus with
Gotta
the
love being
baby.
single, ain't you?
Yeah. But thank you for joining the channel, Simon. I do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll have a win tomorrow.
Yes, mate. I'll keep in touch. But yeah, no,
Or at
thank you
least
so
the
much
point.
for having
At
us on.
least the point. At least the point.
Yeah,
Top
we
spot,
we
man.
we should be getting 3 points. Like I was saying earlier
will-
to King,
will be
PSV aren't really that much. They just lost to my local team, FC Groningen, and they are absolutely
Are
rubbish.
you in
so-
Netherlands?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am, mate.
yeah.
Oh wow, man. Big
Yeah,
up.
so
You're not a Max
yeah.
Verstappen fan, are you?
No, not really. But yeah, I'm not a big like F1 fan, to be honest.
I
mate,
was
so I
just
don't know
making sure,
much.
mate.
But they keep going on about him all the time over here, so they love him.
Oh yeah, I don't hear all about that.
But yeah, cool. Anyway, man, good to see you, Stephen, and yeah, great to see you as well, King. And we'll catch up again.
We'll catch
soon.
up again in the future. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to.
Right.
Definitely want to get you on the channel soon. Definitely.
Yeah, that would be wicked, Stephen. All right, take care, guys.
Take care, Simon.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah, no,
definitely.
Simon is
send him his like socials later on.
I'll post it to you later.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying.
Yeah. So who would you go in midfield?
The Conga, Xhaka, and.
Do you go with Vieira or
No,
Odegaard?
I won't play a 4-3-3. I play a 4-2-3-1 with the Conga and Xhaka in the middle, like as the DMs. Xhaka's gonna have to be more of a defensive role, in a sense. But the problem is, and because Lokonga probably going to be needing help. So as much as Xhaka wants to bomb forward, he's going to have to come back. Then later in the game, if it's really hindering our play, we can then bring Partey on, and then that can release Xhaka later on in the game. I would put Vieira. I'd put Vieira, and we definitely want to play him in this game. Smith. How long Smith for out, by the way?
Until January. I think it's back in training in late December.
I would say Vieira on the right. I don't to give Saka a rest either. Actually, shattered on Sunday. And the thing is, people keep saying this. I don't know why. He had these rests over the summer. He had a good rest over the summer.
Yeah, it looks sharp. He doesn't look tired. So
yeah, so this BS about he needs rest. It's an easy cop out all the time. I put him on the right. I would put Odegaard in the middle.
Okay, so let's see.
Would I put Odegaard in the middle? Yeah, I would. But actually, what I would do is I would put actually. It kind of like splits itself into a if I wanted Nketiah, I would put him behind Jesus. You know, like how Bergkamp used to be a bit behind Henry in a 4-4-2, kind of like that. But anyway, I'll put Odegaard there.
So
Nketiah, though he'd be left wing, he'd be absolutely useless. Where can Jesus play? No.
Jesus can play on the wing.
Go back
you know,
to a 4-2-3-1. I won't want to do that 4-4-2 diamond. It gives them the midfield, gives them the wide areas. Sorry, you don't want to do that. And if you give it,
Jesus can play on the right and on the left. He played both for City, so you can.
Which one's better at, left or right?
I personally think he's better on the left.
That's what I was thinking. That. I'd put probably Jesus on the left because Martinelli's at his rest, at his games. And I would put Nketiah up front. Um,
Yeah.
and right, yeah. So what you do is, and then what Vieira would actually Vieira and Jesus, it'd be kind of like you got Xhaka and Lokonga as the two DMs.
Yeah.
The CM is or CAM is Odegaard.
Yeah.
Then right wing, not right mid, and left
Yeah.
wing, not right, not left mid, right will be Jesus and Vieira. So they're kind of in line with Nketiah to give him that support. But it
Yeah.
will depend on Odegaard turning up in this game. If he does not turn up, then I am seriously calling this guy out because this is supposed to be the captain. And if you're not coming,
Sorry.
if you're not coming out in this game, like as a vocal, it doesn't even feel like he's a vocal leader. In a sense, I don't see him leading very well on the pitch. Right, he just disappears. So he's got to perform in this game, and he's got to help supply that front three. That front three, so you could basically bring it down into a what are you using?
Moss is a big fan of your 11. He always wants to see Odegaard play. He's like Odegaard's dad.
But the thing is that Odegaard on his day is a good player, but he needs to turn up, man. This is the problem.
Yeah,
with him.
I think he was good against Southampton. I think it was more the like Jesus needs to score in one of the chances he creates for him. I think he was a bit unlucky with the goal he scored. If Tierney's 1 second
Can you
earlier.
you just carry on, and I'm just gonna quickly. I've got to get downstairs to just get a drink.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll
I do think
I'll be
Odegaard's
back in
been.
2 secs, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
put it on Footbin and then show you. Alright.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this could be a good 11. I don't mind. I'm just very wary of us turning up against Nottingham Forest. They're gonna have a lot of energy after that win against Liverpool, and they don't play midweek this week as well, so they get a good rest. So I'm just a bit wary of resting players and making sure they play and are ready against Nottingham Forest. So this is Steven's 11. I would rest Tierney. I will play Tomiyasu left back, play Cedric right back, because I don't think Arteta and the club wants to play Tierney twice a week. I think they manage his minutes right now. I'll play this midfield. I'll play Sambi, Shaka, and Vieira, and in attack, I would probably play Jesus, Eddie, and Martinelli. But I don't mind this 11 at all. I do think it could be interesting to see Vieira and Odegaard play together. Yes, so just quickly,
Right.
your predictions. Put your predictions in the chat, guys. What is your prediction for the game, Steven?
My
Before we end.
prediction for the game would be a 1-0.
Yeah.
Or it's either gonna be a 1-0.
Yeah.
Or a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
Or so it'd be a very low score. To be honest, it might even be goalless. We might just try and hold out for a goalless win. I wouldn't be surprised. Which Ben White's better on the right, any of the defence.
Yeah. Yes.
So
yeah, I would. I
Yeah,
think
go
like
on.
you, 1-0 Arsenal. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think we're gonna try and score and then defend our lead.
Tierney
You guys
81
watching
is a
Barcelona
joke as
Junior
well.
today?
I think Tierney at the moment it should be much better. I think
Yeah.
Ben White. I'm just looking at FIFA's ratings. Ben White could maybe be 80 rather than 79.
Yeah, 100%. He's had a good year.
Tomiyasu should be an 80 because that's like he's
Yeah.
decent, right? This is why when I go on FIFA and I go on career mode, like before I do that, I edit some of the freaking stats because the stats are just not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and they're not. Right? I don't care what people think.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Bagav, we were speaking about Inter being 2-0 up, and it's not
75
looking
for
good for
Lokonga
Barca.
is fair. Xhaka. Xhaka 79. I think Xhaka should be 81, 82 right now.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. The way he's playing, the
The
goals
way
he's
he's playing.
scoring.
He should even have a special card.
Yeah,
Yeah, look, Odegaard's getting a special card of 87. Do they not realise that he fucking disappears in half the games? Because of one moment of brilliance and one assist, he gets an 87 fucking scorecard for the Europa League. What a joke. He's hardly played in the Europa League. But he's getting a Europa League card. It's a joke. I'm sorry. But it's a joke.
Let's calm down, Stephen. Let's
I
calm
know,
down.
it's a joke, man, no. Come on.
Yeah, but I think you have to understand as well, when it comes to FIFA and their card and their rating, it's a lot about goals and assists and other gods
Nketiah
being good.
73. Like, Nketiah is a silver card, right?
Yeah.
And people are telling me this guy is good enough. At least FIFA are friggin' honest. On that one they are.
Yeah.
And then
But I do think, Martinelli, Saka, I think they're too low.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think Bagav that so far Odegaard deserved to start. I do think that Vieira needs to show more when he comes on if he wants to be the main starter. But yeah, guys,
Alright, I'm gonna
thank you
quickly.
so much
Hang
for
on,
tuning in.
I'm just gonna quickly show you the team I would lay it out in terms of its organisation and its formation. So basically, you've got the back four with Turner. You've got Lokonga, the two DMs. You've got Odegaard, a CM, but he can push up if we're starting to dominate in position. Because you've got to be honest as well. And I'm also expecting Jesus to come back and Vieira to come back to support. So then that way we've got like a 5 in defence. We've got a 5 and a 4. Maybe you could probably leave Jesus a bit further forward. So basically, when we're defending, you got the 4, the 3, and then Jesus is just Jesus and Vieira on the right and left wing, but just a bit higher up than the 3. With Nketiah right up top. So then Nketiah is not completely isolated. Because this is the problem. His movement's shit. It's not good. It's poor. It's always been poor, and he needs. If people want Nketiah to stay, and he wants that contract, and he wants that shirt, he needs to be learning off this guy, big time. He needs to be learning at least the movement and how to create space for everyone else.
He needs to step up in these kind of games.
Yeah, that's how I'd lay it out for this game.
Yeah,
so
great
that
stuff.
we're not
Great
short
stuff.
anywhere. I don't know what everyone else thinks. Saliba's 80 and yet Odegaard's 84. Saliba's probably our best player in the squad because of his Champions League experience right now, and the difference he's made to that back four. Saliba should be about 85. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
85, 86.
Yeah, he should be up there. Big up Rich from Eagle Eye Football. Very good channel. Make sure you subscribe to them. They do lots of quality content on YouTube
not
and
just on
now also on
Crystal
Twitter.
Palace as well. Not just
yeah, Crystal Palace fan. But they do lots of quality content.
Not just on Palace though. You do.
No, they do football content as well. They do women's football as well. So make sure you subscribe to their channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, guys, but it's been a great stream. I don't want it to go on for too
Yeah,
long.
like I said,
Um,
sorry I couldn't come earlier. I had to sort things out with my mum first.
no
My
worries.
birthday Saturday.
Great stuff. And also before I forget, shout out to me and my missus, 8 year anniversary today.
Eight years
Married for
tied
eight
up.
years. Yeah, you can see 8 years today.
8 years. He's 8 years since he lost his freedom. Don't
You're
tell
not
you what.
coming on the channel anymore.
No, that's
It's
it.
over for you.
Don't talk to me again. You know I'm gonna say
You'll
something
be
that's
like,
controversial. It gets cancelled.
who's that prick? Don't invite him again.
Yeah. Hey, who's swearing now, dick? Yeah, man. Like, congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, thanks,
I
thanks.
see. I see how much your wife and your kids mean to you,
Yeah,
right? As well. So, like, fair play to you, mate. And and I see your kids come on the stream a couple of times, and
yeah,
God,
yeah, yeah.
they're lovely kids, lovely family, mate. So, and you're a top guy as well.
Oh, cheers, Stephen.
You are.
What's
You are
happening?
absolute. No,
You
mate,
being so
mate.
nice?
But but I have to be honest. You have to be honest in this game, and like
Yeah, yeah,
compared to like, there are some people that they're friends, but that they don't show it enough, or they're just like or there's people on here that try and be friends, but they're more worried about what's going on with the channel or something. And you're just a straightforward, nice guy, and since like since we've been on doing streams together, like it's not just, the thing is, guys, it's not just like what the content we do, it's the stuff that cut off stream. It's like, it's not
yeah.
just being friends on stream, it's off stream. It's just off stream. He's more than a friend, he's basically a brother of ours, of mine. So and like, though I've never met him in person, he's like, he's it's still like, you helped me through some of your tough times. And like I said, like the other day, I knew you weren't well, so I wanted to make sure you were okay, bro. So because I know my granddad got it, and what's worse than malaria is every time he got an infection, it flared up again. So
Oh,
because he got it during the war, so being in Japan and that. He was in Japan, Italy, North Korea, North Africa. Sorry. He also did a secret mission of teaching the Russians how to fly Spitfires to frighten the Germans. So there you go. He was all over the place in the war, to be fair.
yeah, man. Nah, it
But
means a
yeah,
lot, man. You know you're my guy, Steven. You know how much I appreciate you, and big up the community as well for the love and for the support. Just had this channel for a few months, but we're making bets. We got good views, good interactions.
that's the thing as well. I mean, a lot of people, and I mean, I'll say here at the end of the stream, guys, to come and subscribe and come and watch my content and come and like the content. The only thing I would like anyone to do is, like, even if you're not subscribing, even if you can't be afford to be a member, like, which is every month, and this guy's been a member for about, for what, 13 months. You paid the equivalent of free like CLDF shirts, which I'm trying to sort out with the charities, to get some free merchandise giveaways as part of it. But like, as much as if you can't even afford to be a member of the channel, like, and donate to the charity, either just watch it, just watch the content, because as much as the adverts are a pain in the ass to watch, as much as the content, like, as even though the content we try and do is as good as we can, it all means it all raises money for charity. Yeah, it's not like big channels where they've got freaking special effects and massive camera screen, basically like what like the TV producers would do. But like we do our best with what we can do, and like and for me, is even if I don't gain to 2K subscribers, all I ask is just to watch it, and that.
Yeah, make sure you tune in tonight as
While you
well,
wait.
guys.
Yeah, man. Got a
We're
massive
doing a
guest on.
show at 7 o'clock with Sophie from the Highbury Squad. I know you guys know her. Uh, she do lots of content on with Kevin Campbell and Lee Judges
On the
and
Highbury
Tom
squad
from the
as
Gooner
well. I'm
Talk.
hoping
So
also because I've been asking to do this for ages,
yeah,
and one thing I would love to do is try and like do this. Hopefully get on to go back on have theirs in return. So anyway, I've got to get off and do that as well. So
yeah. So we're gonna end the stream now, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Steven's channel. I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. So make sure you subscribe,
thanks, bro.
Steven. Tell where people can find you quickly before we end the stream.
SVE TV, we do Arsenal Premier League content, right? So we're not just here for just Arsenal, man. We can do content for anyone that wants to come on and have their say. More than welcome to. Apparently, Footmoss can't hear me. If that's the case, I'll try and turn myself up. Right? Can
Yes,
you hear me?
I
Right?
can
Can you
hear
hear
you,
me?
but it's low. But I can hear you better
Can
now.
you hear me now? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, come and watch. Like even if you can't afford to join the membership and become a member or donate via super chat, at least just subscribe, watch the content because every second you watch, you raise money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation, right? And that goes to research to help save thousands of kids around the world from the suffering and awful suffering of liver disease, and hopefully stops kids going through the amount of years of pain and torment that I've had to go through for the last 27 years of my life, all my life. I don't want anyone else to repeat that. And the only way we can do that is by getting the charity to fundraise as much as possible to find cures, find better treatments, and yeah, just donate as well to as a donor as well, and so yeah, I'm not going on a bit now. So, but yeah, I also have an F1 channel as well, which I should be doing more content for, to be fair, but I just never found been well enough or found the time, and that's SVD F1, and that helps supports the channel as well. So SVD TV as well. So if you like F1, go and subscribe. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Big up Moss as well. I see your comment. I see that you sub to the
Oh, big up,
channel.
bro, man. It's
We
one of the.
we
It's one of those, man. You can't. As much torment it is, as much pain as it is, like it's as much as people say how brave I am. It's what anyone else would do. You'd fight for every single breath and every single chance you get. So you know what I mean. But
Yeah, you say that, but then there are people who got liver
I
diseases
know,
and they're
man. But
drinking and they're
I,
really not
s-
fighting.
I'd rather not talk about them people.
Yeah,
To be
but
honest,
yeah,
bro.
so big up to Steven and big up to his foundation and his channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you, Steven, for coming on. And as I said, guys, at
Right,
7 o'clock
I've
today,
got to
it's
quickly dash because I've got the other
yeah,
one.
go, go, go,
Right,
go.
bye
You
guys.
will
Thank
find
you.
me on Steven's channel. He's doing a show with Sophie from the Highbury Squad. And big up everyone that tuned in today. The stream went on longer than it should have, but thanks for tuning in and supporting me as